can't just set me up like that.
Come on.
It's just not even fair.
You're complaining about it's too cold out
What?
there. I wore a tie.
Well, I'm freaking frozen.
Let's fix that.
There you
Apparently,
go.
nobody watches where they're going.
No.
Those guys over there, they put headphones on every. I wonder if they actually do anything. No, we're just models.
No, exactly. Stand
Make
here.
it look like
we
a
make this look
professional. Okay. Well, okay. So I set him up. I said, "Oh boy, you're not going to like what we got to talk about." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "I'm not telling you. I want the honest reaction." Well, let's start off on a positive note.
Okay.
Happy birthday goes out to Nolan Burke today, who is starting back in the lineup here.
Woo-hoo!
So that's great.
That is some very good news.
Scratches tonight. Benny Gaudreau, so Shazika will start for us tonight, which we'll talk about him. He's been doing great. Hoover's off. Mass is off. McDonnell is off. Pastujov is off. And, of course, Limpar Lance because he had the Slewfoot. Thank you. I read that 10 times before I got here, and I still messed it up. Slewfoot, right? So he's off for that. So there's some key players. I'm going to give a shout-out to...
Put me in, Coach. Put me in.
Right?
I am ready.
I want to give a shout-out to, I don't know if he watches, or could be she, Sting Updates.
Yep.
Is on Twitter, and I think I know who it is, but they're pretty anonymous. But I'm not even going to pursue figuring that out because I think they do a great job.
Yep.
Following along at all the games. But Sting Update said, I can't make this up. I've never seen a team with such rotten luck. Like there's always key players off. Then one comes back. One goes it's just been
that's a big list.
It's been the Achilles heel of this Sarnia Sting.
It's a big list of scratches, and not only that. I mean, it's hard to field a team. It's hard to field a team. It's hard to create any kind of chemistry. There, even when you finally do get everybody back just in time, you don't have time to kind of build that sort of team environment,
right.
Oh, man.
On the positive side, I think Nicholas Scherzika, who is 4-0-2-1 right now.
Yep.
Which is, 7 games in there. I think that makes 4 starting games, right?
Yep.
I think played really well. What was it? Last game was 42 out of 46, something like that.
Oh, it was a big,
it was huge. I can't remember. I apologize.
Yeah, there were a lot of shots on goal.
And I'm going to tell you, I'm getting braver all the time here, but
crap.
I got to tell you, oh crap, he says. I do. I actually, some places like Brownstones they're like, you said that.
Yeah.
Where's that Jay Peckham guy? They do. They ask. I'm like, hi, I'm right here. I was really surprised at the last game that Nicholas Scherzika was not one of the 3 stars.
You know what, I was too, because I stick around.
Yep.
That's because
right.
I don't leave.
You get every dollar out of your ticket.
Exactly, and I don't leave until they've announced the 3 stars. And with I've got a good group of season ticket holders in my section, and we sit there and we figure. And you know what? 9 times out of 10,
and it's worked out good sometimes when I down 6-1 and come back and win.
Yep.
Or whatever, right?
Yep. But I do remember saying that I thought Nick Scherzika should have been a star.
He was
break
dancing on his head was what he was doing.
Yeah, for sure.
So he's done really well. So anyway,
saw a lot of shots, man.
Yeah. So it's kind of bittersweet having a whole bunch of shots as far as the goalie's perspective.
Yeah.
They want to see a lot of shot on goals on him because it looks good in the stats.
Right, but it doesn't matter how many.
But it's not.
You're going to let some in. That's just the way it is.
Sooner or later, it's a numbers game, right? But playing the numbers game's done really well. Now, Pastujov being off here is definitely
that's going to
hurt a big time. Now, I'm not sure why. I try to find out. He was off last time, but then came back out. So, I'm guessing.
I'm guessing it's
that it was just like,
injury.
Okay, I got through that, but we're just maybe going to make sure.
Yeah.
Or maybe woke up the next day and went, ooh, right? So, but there's another one that just got on the team, been snipering it out got his first goal with the Sting, the
I
first game he
know.
played, and now
And he's been playing so well.
Right,
Like,
right.
I mean, that was a good trade. It was a good trade.
100%.
And I think we really benefited out of that. Pastujov's been solid, doing his job, getting some, getting, ramping up some scoring. It's going to hurt without him, that's for sure.
Definitely, we're going to see a few changes there. Now, the lineup tonight is, of course, with Nolan Burke, along with Sikic and Voigt.
You know what? I like that, but I mean, come on, go Berkey. I'm glad that he's back.
Well, he's got to be hungry.
We're going to need him. We're going to need him.
Wainwright,
for sure.
Filak, and Vilmanis. Vilmanis has been one to keep an eye on.
Yeah, you know what? Sandus has been doing a pretty good job. Like, I mean, he really has stepped up. In that absence of having other guys, but I like that. You know what? I mean, that could be. Let's keep an eye on that particular lineup because
Okay.
I have a feeling that could be a productive lineup.
Here's one that I kind of find interesting, but we'll get your thoughts here. Doucette, Way, and Martone.
Well, you know what? Okay, so
Like Martone's been doing it.
Martone has been doing it. But you know what? The last couple of games, I think Cooper Way's starting to find, his place on this team.
Yeah.
And I think, it really has shown in his play over the last few games. And I think, it's strong.
It shows. Well, here we are in a similar position we were in last year. Maybe not quite as often, but there was, Dillingham was off
Sure.
most of the season. So here we are with the young fellas having to step forward and
Yep.
go, okay, guys, here's your shot. There's a lot of scouts around here tonight. I don't know if you noticed that, but so they're always playing to impress. They're always playing to, hold the team together. And then, as we talk about a lot, there's that leadership skill and mindset that has to come out on the ice and on the bench in the locker room. And that's the challenge, I think, right, for this team right now with going back and
100%.
losing them.
Yeah,
But we have seen, I believe, like you just that lineup there, I think, has stepped forward and said, yeah, we can do this.
Well, and you know what? I mean, and Doucette, I think if there's, one guy who is unfortunately overlooked fairly often, I think it's Tyson Doucette. I think, this is a guy who came in. He's a pretty young guy, and he's, I like the way
You've
he plays.
alluded to that before
I
in
do.
the past, where you're like, okay,
Yeah.
been keeping an eye on
bit
him.
underrated.
And yeah, good way to put that. Now then we'll get to where are we here? Young, Doherty, and Harper.
And there's the fill-in line, right?
Right.
That's, you know what?
Well,
and,
Harper's back now.
and-
Same with I think Doherty was off too, right?
Yeah, and absolutely. And I think, you know what? But this is the line that's going to have something to prove. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to have to prove because there's a reason why they're on the fourth or fifth line. And most of them are young guys, right?
Yep.
So,
Well,
those guys are going to have to keep it together. They're going to have to keep the momentum, but they're also going to be that line that gets really underrated because, when Flint sees that line come out, they know they can
you
put
read
in,
my mind.
they can put out their,
Yeah.
last line and hope that something happens.
Yeah.
That's where we can maybe get some opportunity because you know what? Austin Harper's a quick little skater. He's, he's shown us flashes or moments where he has some good play to him. And so I think don't put that don't cross that line out just yet.
No,
I think there's some opportunity to be had
sometimes
there.
when the pressure's on, that's work better under pressure, right?
Yep.
Especially, dare I say, coming against this Flint team, whom the last time we
Yes.
saw,
Yes, it was ugly.
you were at the theater and your phone was going ding,
Yes.
ding,
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 ding, ding,
ding, and you were like,
Not
what,
in our favor.
what TF?
Yeah, exactly.
Shut your phone off, Peckham. There's a theater going on.
When it
But-
was on vibrate,
Right,
I
okay,
didn't,
all right.
you know,
You're
like,
still pulling out looking going.
yeah.
Anyway, I know you were.
Yes, I was.
I was, but I wasn't at the theater. So, yeah, that's got to be on the mind of the Sarnia Sting. Hi, Dave. Got to be on the mind of the Sarnia Sting tonight.
Yeah.
You try, we talk, the coaches talk, the fans talk. Got to put this behind you. Got to put this behind you. Got to put it. Really, come on. That's a tough one to sweep under the rug and try to forget that happened.
Well, you know what? But we came back and we played some stronger teams.
Well, we beat Saginaw.
And we
6-3.
beat Saginaw.
Right.
And you know what? We played fairly well against Guelph. So I mean,
It's really been Bass Ackwards most of the season.
Yeah, 100%. So, I just think it was an aberration, man.
Well,
I just think it was a fluke.
I definitely think we're
And
capable of beating this Flint team here tonight.
I would agree.
Who knows what was going on that night?
And we're going to have something to prove tonight,
Well,
even with all our guys out, right?
I think that's where the focus has got to be. Is never mind who we're playing. There has to be some awareness of who you're playing, based on their experience, lineups, all that sort of stuff. But I really think, and I keep seeing it in the comments post game and after our shows here. Very common comment is just play basic hockey. Would you agree with that? Are we still too fancy?
Yeah, I think just play basic hockey. That too many passes. Waiting for that perfect moment.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for a TSN highlight reel.
No, right. That's what you said last time.
That's what the TSN highlight
Keep
for
waiting
me
for the perfect
is
storm out there.
Sting win. That's the highlight for me.
Right.
So whatever it takes to get there during the run of the game, let's do that. And if that means just play some basic hockey, shoot the puck on goal. You know what I mean? Pick up those rebounds.
Yeah.
Stay out of the corners.
That's a big one, I think, right there.
Stay out of the penalty box.
Well, there's that.
Well.
We're missing a lot of rebounds, so I like that you brought that
up.
I feel like, our penalty kills, our power plays are way down.
But we also don't set ourselves up for too many rebounds either, because if you're taking a shot and it's 6 feet wide of the red meshy thing, then you know what? It's not really a shot, and the rebound isn't really a rebound. So what we need guys who are getting quality shots on goal that the goaltender can't handle, and for which we have somebody in front of the net picking up that rebound and putting it in.
You're so descriptive.
Well,
I get it.
I try.
Get back to basic hockey. You don't need the TSN turning point or the play of the week or whatever. You don't need to make the top 100 goals of the year.
No.
I get it. We'll see where it comes out here. I think, with the lineups that we've talked about here, it's going to be an interesting game here tonight, but I think they're capable. Let's talk a little bit. We talked before, Grover is still here. Like Benny Gaudreau's away right now.
Yep.
So, obviously for Nicholas to be in there, no surprise. Been doing well the last several games for us.
Yep.
And then we've got Grover in there as
Sure.
now, I guess, the backup goalie, and Benny's away. And then there's Carson. Have you heard this one? This was back in, I think, October. Carson, I want to say Cartier or Chartier. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Who's just hometown Sudbury. He's an underager, under 16, comes from there and playing with another team right now in another league. So, he may, I don't know, I guess what I'm getting at is he's listed there now.
Sure.
So, if Nicholas gets sore or tired or whatever, then we're likely, I would say, going to see Grover in there first.
Yeah.
But then who knows what this
well, and that's probably who'll be dressed at the moment, right?
I would think so.
But then, but it doesn't happen too often, but it does happen where you end up going through 4 goaltenders.
Well, we've seen the Zamboni drivers have to hop in.
Well,
right?
absolutely. Put me in, coach. I'm ready.
Oh, I'm not sure that's where we want to go here
No,
tonight.
me
with
neither.
The Sting, but,
Me neither.
Be good for a chuckle. All right, so there you have it. Flint Firebirds here in the arena here tonight, and looking forward to see what comes out, because so many obstacles really against the Sarnia Sting right now. But we've seen them come out strong when the young guys are there. We saw an example of that last year, so hopefully that's what we see tonight. We'll be back after the first period. I have a special guest who's going to join me for just a few minutes before we allow Jay Peckham back on the microphone. But Akash Kapoor, I don't know if you know him, but he worked last year and a few past years with the Sarnia Sting in the marketing area, and is a college alumni. And he's actually gone on to Ottawa to work in the sports field and is living his dream. So he's down here from the weekend paying us a visit. I saw him at the college today, and then he was just here. So anyway, we're going to let him on for the first few minutes, and then we'll allow Jay Peckham. I like being able to
fill in.
Allow to fill back in. Well, if you want to wear a blonde wig, you can. Anyway. All right, so we'll be back after first period. Live from the concourse here at the Progressive Auto Sales Arena with the Sarnia Sting. I'm David Burrows, and this is Jay Peckham.
Go Sting, go!